everyone, we are here again for our Wednesday Facebook Live. Today we are going to talk about retro clean, and I actually have a special visitor today, Chantelli.
Hi, how are you?
She is going to show us how it works. She used it before and tested it all out for us, and she's going to show us a little bit about it. We want to tell you a little bit about it first. It's an equal-safe detergent that you can use. It takes kind of out those age stains, works on cloths,
Quilts, lace, aprons, tablecloths, let me see what else. Plastic, Tupperware.
Yeah, and that's odd. It works on plastics and Tupperware.
Yeah.
It also works on clothes, diapers, and perspiration. Yes, we all have that, and it works on those shirts. So that's definitely something to try. It's a great solution for sensitive skin. So if you have sensitive skin, it's a really good solution for that. It takes out stains like water damage, mold,
Coffee.
yeah, blood, you know, different solutions like that, smoke, iron, you know, things like that. It takes those solutions out. So what Chantelli is going to do is she's going to tell us a little bit about the quilt she has here, how long it's been in storage. Go ahead.
Okay, so this quilt has been in storage for about 15 years. Basically, it was cross-stitched, got put to the side, and it's just been sitting there for about 15 years. So Corey, do a little close-up so you can kind of see what it looks like. This is kind of the before.
Yeah, so as you can see, we have the stained fabric here from the thread, and you can see all this kind of age stain right here. And that's kind of what it looks like. And now she's gonna show you how to actually make the solution and what you need to do with the fabric.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is what Retro Clean recommends is to pre-wash the item first. Once you pre-wash the item, you're going to do it in a container or bathtub, kind of like whatever works for you. They do recommend to do it in a loose container that you're able to put outside, because you're going to need to try to keep your water warm, because it will make it work faster.
Yeah, but if you can't put it outside, you can, you know, it's just to try to keep it as warm as possible.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you start off with, this is a gallon of water. So for every gallon of water, you will do 3 tablespoons of the Retro Clean. I'm going to show you. 1, 2, 3. And so you're just going to kind of mix it up inside.
Yeah, just mixing up all those granules.
Yeah.
And the warmer the water, it'll settle a little bit more.
Yes,
right.
Most definitely.
Okay.
And then you take the item that you have, and you want to completely immerse it in the water. You want to make sure it's under and it stays under the entire time. So what you do is, once it's there, you will periodically go in and still within the 48 hours, well, they recommend to have it up to 48 hours depending on the stains. So when it's there, say it's been, I don't know, 12 hours, you want to come back, kind of mix them around a little bit more, you know, and make sure that the fabric or whatever you're doing is completely immersed in the water. And that's going to get everything.
Yeah, and what Chantelli actually found out when she was testing it is that you don't have to have it, if it gets, you know, if the water gets cold, you use your tub or your sink, or you just can't refill it, it actually still does work. They do recommend the warm water, but it still works. So I think that we're going to show them what it looked like 48 hours later. So we got it all tested out, and
yeah.
We got Corey freaking with it. So we'll just move that around. All right, let's take this up. Do this on there. And now, 48 hours later, this is what we have.
A beautiful white quilt.
So what Chantelli did is she only tested half of it for us, so we could see what it would look like afterwards. So this is, you have the after, and then if you look at it, the before. So you can see the huge difference just in this. It's whiter, it's cleaner, the stains are gone, and it just really does work. And we actually have one of our employees that works here in Georgia too, and she uses it all the time, and she says it works great. She really enjoys it, and it does work and take out a lot of those stains. Does anybody have any questions about RetroClean? It's pretty self-explanatory. You know, they say it only takes about one soak and it'll get it out. If you have a really, really tough stain, you might, you know, do it twice.
Do it twice, yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, one soak and it gets it out and it gets all the those stains out. And we all have some type of linen or fabric or something in our closet or in storage that probably has this. So this is a great product to get those little stains out, so you can use those old vintage quilts or the things that might have stained out of storage. Well, I guess if we don't have any, do we have questions?
Yeah, we do have a question. Penny says, I have a quilt my grandmother made in '66 and I'm worried about washing / soaking it, etc. Is it possible to soak a rag and just keep it on the stain? So soak a rag in the RetroClean and put it on the stain.
You know, they don't recommend that, so I don't know if that would work. You could definitely give it a try and see if that would work. They just recommend totally immersing it all the way in the water. And as you can tell, this was pretty old fabric and it didn't have a problem with it. It is supposed to work on all that vintage stuff. And I don't know, Corey, you want to bring that picture over there? You can just take it over there. This is a little better picture of like a before and after difference. And that was a really old quilt they did. Now they do have, if you go to retroclean.com, they have a lot of information as well on their product. So if you have more questions that we're not able to answer, or you could actually even call them, you know, send them a quick email and say, hey, I have this quilt that's, you know, Penny, that's that old, and if it'll work or not.
She said thank you.
So.
Sharon asked, does it work on blood?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It works on blood. It works on coffee, mold, smoke, iron deposits, things like that. So yeah, it'll work on all that.
And blood being a deeper stain is probably one that you want to keep in for 48 hours.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Okay.
Marcia asked, will it prevent bleeding?
Will it prevent bleeding? You know, that's a good
the
question.
threads from bleeding, I'm guessing.
Well, it's not going to cause the threads to bleed, as you can tell.
Yeah,
that.
because these would
I
have
don't
bled.
know if it'll prevent it from future bleeding. Is that the question?
I'm thinking so, yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll prevent from future bleeding. That's a good question. We would have to ask RetroClean that, and that's something that I think that we'll send them an email and ask them that. But we do know it doesn't cause them to bleed, because we can tell by how we tested that it won't cause it to bleed.